As is sadly usual in these kind of tragedies, we have a great many people, most of them in the media, willing to jump at the chance to make a lot of money from politicizing and covering a tragedy in the greatest possible detail, whether or not that detail is actually true. More to the point, there are strong arguments that the media is essentially an accomplice in school shootings, and as a direct result of intense media coverage, turns the shooter into an infamous anti-hero as opposed to focusing on the victims and what could best be done to help and prevent such tragedies in the future.
If you don't want to propagate more mass murders, don't start the story with sirens blaring.
The school day had only just begun when the attacker struck.
Don't have photographs of the killer.
The 17-year-old's 3-hour rampage ended in his own death.
Don't make this 24/7 coverage.
The German Chancellor is about to give her reaction. We'll bring that to you live.
Do everything you can not to make the body count the lead story.
Carnage in the classroom, 16 people are dead.
Not to make the killer some kind of anti-hero.
It's okay. You believe in God? What? I said, do you believe in God?
Survivor says the gunman demanded his victims state their religion before he started shooting. Identified the gunman as 26-year-old Chris Harper Mercer. 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 The local sheriff would not say the gunman's name.
I will not name the shooter.
Chris Harper Mercer. Chris Harper Mercer. Chris Harper Mercer. Chris Harper Mercer. Chris Harper.
Portraiture for a new generation. Michael Orbit. There has been an unexpected formal twist in the work that has been surfacing over the past decade. It is an aggressive and unrelenting assault as equally as it is reckless, mute pointlessness. This has led many to call the new work as senseless. This claim is the result of nothing short of ignorance, for there is very little that is ever fully senseless. The new work holds as much content, subject matter, and formal considering as any previous work. It is hideously crafted with an obscene attention to detail. There is the question as to why the performance consumes the artist. This wasn't the case in older work. Generally the artist was removed from the final piece, as his interest and role was primarily the process. The new work is a generator of legacy, and this is perhaps the primary cause for the new work's growing popularity. Obviously there can be only one performance per artist. The artist's total summation in the work bears with it the promise of otherwise elusive resolution. In conjunction with legacy, the new work is entirely about appropriation. Some of the artists have left behind vast documentation that discuss anticipation with regards to the appropriation of their work. And some of the documentation even goes so far as to attempt to influence the direction this appropriation takes. The new work is not non-objective but rather anti-figurative. Crimson ropes turn coalesce into tumid, hard-edged geometry. The color is luridly flat. At times it seems unreal. The screams sound authentic and therefore distance themselves from the stilted, surreal happenings of Fluxus.
Hi, Elliot Roger here. Elliot Roger.
Two things. Intense narcissism. Who the hell remembers their life vector, especially early years, with this kind of clarity? Either invented or this was a product of extreme introspection. I'm intensely introspective but I can't even begin to map out even a slightly coherent schema of the years 1 through 20. Secondly, standard psychopathic drivel. Denied something he wants, thinks he's highly intelligent, and then decides to punish people that get what he can't. This guy is sub-intelligent. Actually pins all of his miseries and woes on the fact that he can't have sex. Are you serious? Many parts of this are comedic gold. This guy talks about how highly intelligent he is and how he's destined for greatness. So what's his big plan to achieve millions of dollars pre-30? Why, win the lottery, of course.